Welcome to another episode. Today's question is a bit lengthy, but we will not have a very lengthy answer. I'll tell you the question. Science is all about the outer world, while spirituality gives the answer of who am I. Are they both anyhow related to each other? So I'll repeat the question. Science is about the outer world, while spirituality gives the answer to who am I. Are they both anyhow related to each other? So, inner world is the consciousness, and outer world is the manifestation. Inner world, what we call inner world, is nothing but consciousness, and its manifestation is the outer world. That is the relationship between the inner and outer world. Inner world is subtle, and outer world is obvious. Inner is self. Inner world is the self. What do you call self? And outer world is Maya. Inner world is Shiva, and outer world is Shakti. That is the tantric traditions. Inner is worshipped as the male form, Shiva, and the outer manifestation is worshipped as Shakti, the female form. If you transcend the inner outer duality, then you are liberated. Once you understand it is mere duality of the one same all present Brahman, Parabrahman, or the divine, or the ultimate, then you are liberated. To See a World by William Blake. To see a world in a grain of sand, and the heaven in wildflower. Hold infinity in the palm of your hand, and eternity in an hour. So I'll repeat, this is a beautiful poem. To see the world in a grain of sand, and heaven in wildflower. Hold infinity in the palm of your hand, and eternity in an hour. Next, we will see J.Krishnamurti's to himself from J.Krishnamurti. Can thought be aware of its own movement? Can thought see itself? See what it is doing, both in the inner and outer. There is really no outer and inner. The inner creates the outer, and the outer then shapes the inner. This ebb and flow of action and reaction is the movement of thought, and thought is always trying to overcome the outer and succeeds, bringing about many problems. In solving one problem, other problems arise. Thought has also shaped the inner, molded it according to the outer demands. This seemingly endless process has created this society, ugly, cruel, immoral, and violent. And having created it, the inner becomes a slave to it. The outer shapes the inner, and inner shapes the outer. This process has been going on for thousands upon thousands of years, and thought seems not to realize its own activity. So one asks, can thought ever be aware of itself, aware of what it is doing? There is no thinker apart from the thought. Thought has made the thinker, the experiencer, the analyzer, the thinker, the one who is watching, the one who acts, is the past. With all the inheritance of man, genetically, biologically, the traditions, the habits, and all accumulated knowledge. After all, past is knowledge, and the thinker is no separate from the past. Thought has created the past. Thought is the past. Then thought divides the thinker and the thought, which the thinker must shape, control. But that is a fallacy. There is only thought. The self is the me, the past, imagination. maybe the projection of the future, but it is still the activity of the thought. So, thought, which is the outcome of knowledge, has not changed the man and will never change him, because knowledge is always limited and will always be limited. So, again, one asks, can thought become aware of itself? Thought, which has put together all our consciousness, action and reaction, the sensory response, the sensuality, the fears, the aspirations, the pursuit of pleasure, all the agony of loneliness, and the suffering which man has brought upon himself through wars, through his irresponsibility, through callous centeredness. So next we will see quote from Vigyan Bhairav Tantra and the Secret of Secrets by Osho. If you can perceive in yourself one point which is both knower and unknown, then you have transcended the object and subject both. Then you have transcended the matter and mind both. Then you have transcended the outer and inner both. You have come to a point where the knower and the known are one. There is no division. Heaven and earth mean inner and outer, above and below, God and the world, the invisible and the visible, the unknowable and the knowable. Heaven represents God and the earth represents the manifested world. They become one when the circle is complete. Then you are not only dust to the dust, something of the sky has penetrated you. Then you are no longer just earthly, no more just a human being. You have become divine. So this is from Osho. So in short, the inner and outer are not different. It is the same thing. One is subtle, other is manifested. That is it, of the same principle. So with this, we will end this episode. Stay with me for another episode. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you.